have them go in there, that's fine. That'd be great. The way I look at it is if any of you are thinking that a Divas Tag Championship could be the next thing that's going to help this division, like Jeff said, and I quote Jeff Siegel on this, we'll believe it when we see it. The only way it's going to happen is you have to add a couple more stables or factions if you want to make this a faction, groupie, gang war-like situation for the dominance in Divas division. That's the only way it's going to work. It's the only way. And again, I know and again, I can understand where Jeff's coming from. You know, as long as you have someone like Kevin Dunn writing, Kevin Dunn, as the head guy back there, along with Vince McMahon giving him his support and backing him up. These ladies, as talented as they are, no matter how long the matches could be on Raw, as long as Kevin Dunn has a say, they ain't going to be treated any better than anyone else. Now, unless, like I said, and maybe Lord hoping, and God willing, this might be the case, but we're not sure. Unless Triple H and Stephanie talked to Vince and said, hey, let us take charge of the Diva segments. Let us and the creative team in NXT take charge of these Divas, the Diva division from now on, and make it more interesting so that it's on par with some of the good segments that, let's say, John Cena's had at times recently, that at times with Brock Lesnar involved, Seth Rollins has had. To let us have it on equal par to them, then that's the only way this whole new revolution, as Stephanie McMahon put it, is going to work. That's the only way it's going to work, is if somebody or some people from the creative team in NXT are being brought up on Raw so that they can write for the Divas division and hopefully try to put it on par with all the other segments that sometimes are rated as good or not. Now, with that said, the one question that lingers is why Stephanie McMahon? Why not Triple H? Why not Lita? I think in a sense it's to me with Stephanie McMahon coming out, it's leading to one or two things. One, as I've mentioned before, it looks like they're probably going to go in the direction they want to go in for SummerSlam, which is Rollins and Triple H. But it looks like, in a sense, they're going to reverse the decision, and it's going to be Rollins going in as the heel and Triple H going in as the babyface. I know that sounds strange. I know some of you may not like that, but guess what? I think that's what's happening. Because quite frankly, believe it or not, it looks like the Authority storyline is actually dying out. It does. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looks like it's dying out. Or at least, well, if not dying out, it's been put to a slow crawl. In other words, it's not as in your face as it used to be. That's one of the reasons. Another reason possibly is to set Stephanie up to be involved with another storyline with the Bellas. But this time, like I said, with Triple H and Rollins, have the roles reversed and Stephanie McMahon being the babyface. And here's why I think that could happen. With Stephanie being the one that's introduced on screen, introduced Becky, Sasha, and Charlotte, storyline-wise, I could see this leading to a feud with the Bellas, like I said, with the roles reversed from last year, to where the Bellas are basically out for power. They want control. They want to run things. And because of what Stephanie McMahon has done, they're going to blame her for basically ruining the plans to take control of not just the Divas division, but potentially more so the WWE. And that might lead to another match between Stephanie and Brie. Maybe Stephanie teams up with some of the NXT Divas. I don't know. It's going to lead to something down the line. I could be wrong, because like I said, that might be one of the reasons. That might be one of the reasons why she was the one that was allowed to introduce the Divas of the NXT Divas of Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky instead of Triple H. Again, like I said, I'm probably wrong, and I possibly might be, but you know, when I look at this situation with the Divas, when I look at that from last night, and someone's firing off fireworks or doing something, it's fireworks. But like I said, when I see what I saw last night with this segment, all I see is that possibility. But again, that's just my take on this whole deal. Like I said, there's many reasons as to why it happened. And if one of the reasons, like I said, storyline-wise, is to possibly down the line write the Bellas off television because their contracts are expiring, and rumors have it that they might, or one of them might leave the company to go venture elsewhere, then so be it. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But, you know, that's just my opinion on it. I mean, am I glad they brought him up? Yes. But like Jeff said in his video, and Jeff, you're right about it, to quote, "We'll believe it when we see it when it comes to them being treated equally." And that's all I have to say, folks. That's all I have to say. Let me know what you think down below. Comment if you like. And I am out.